Hello everyone, and welcome to another Time Sausages Ascendant challenge video, and we're off to Harbingers Seclude that you can see here at the top part of the map. It's the week starting February the 11th, 2020. Exciting stuff. Crimson Days on the way this weekend too. This week rather, which is, you know, quite exciting if you like pairing up with other Guardians and killing other Guardians for the sake of love. Now last time this Ascendant challenge came around, I had a few criticisms for not showing exactly how you can shoot one of the corrupted eggs. It is tucked away in a ridiculously difficult spot, so this time I'm going to show you every complete bloody thing so you can see everything that happens and stuff like that, so it's not too confusing, because it does spin you around a little bit as to where you have to go to get the eggs. The actual Ascendant challenge itself is pretty easy, killing 3 knights and stuff like that, but the eggs are the most difficult part. Even the law's a bit of an arse to find, and it's a bit of a trek too. As you can see, we've just jumped down onto the building. We're going to go beyond that public event banner there, and there's a few little steps before we actually get to the portal, which is kind of floating high up on a plinth in the sky. How's your Empyrean Foundation donations coming? Have you seen the way you can farm the perfect paradox and get shed loads of XP for your season pass? I'm still a little bit behind, but it's well worth having a look. I've done a video about how to use the Empyrean Foundation to get your season pass boosted up as quickly as possible. So make sure you charge up all your resident doodahs so you can get as much fractaline as possible. It's well worth doing because, you know, sometimes you just haven't got the time to go farming all the XP, and you've paid for your season pass, and there's literally only 4 weeks of it left, which isn't that long in gaming terms, particularly if you do things outside of the gaming universe, like I do very occasionally, like go to the toilet and make hats out of skin. Only my skin, you understand. I don't go around taking anybody else's. Anyway, we're nearly there, just through this doorway, and we're going to be arriving at the place where we can summon the portal. Now, don't forget, you need to get Tincture of Queensfoil in order to summon up that portal, and if you haven't got any, I've got a great little video which shows you how you can go and buy it from Hugin and Mugin and Spugin. Oh no, that's his cousin who couldn't make it. Anyway, here's the link here that'll help you get your tincture. Now, once you're in this room, I'd clear out some of the taken, because if you do die and you come back here, you might find yourself being shot in the backside again. Okay, so we'll make our way onto the bridge, and there's the plinthy, columny thing where the portal does appear. So if you haven't yet, drop your tincture, like I'm doing here, not your trousers, and then turn to your right. There's the portal, there she blows, and if you turn to your right, you can start seeing some Ascendant stairs appear on the bridge as if by magic. Well, it is magic really, which is why it appears that way. So you want to make your way up the platforms until you get level with the portal, and then jump on in. Weapons wise, it's all a concentrated scrap as usual. You've got 3 witches or wizards to kill once you get in there, and obviously that means loads of bloody shadow thrall jumping all over your back like the plague, which is spreading around the world as we speak. So that's a nice cheery thought for us all. So, you know, crowd clearers? No, crowd clear. Christ, I can't say that. Cloud clearers. There you go. No, that's wrong. Crowd clearers. Oh, there we are. That's right. Yes, crowd clearing weapons. I go to my old faithful, the old Risk Runner, which I do love immensely. It just makes me feel like God. I've mentioned God twice now. Anyway, sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to make our way into the central structure. Now, as you can see, we've got these gazebos around the outside. We've got one on the right there, one on the left, and then there's one in the center. So we'll be using these as markers to show you which way to go once we've dispatched all the swines in the center. So here we go. You've got the 3 wizards to kill, like I mentioned. Once you kill them and clear out all this cobblers, then that will reveal the sword in the center, which you can see is currently protected by that trap. There it goes. Now, once you pick the sword up, then you activate the big swines who swing their choppers in your face until you're dead. So kill them with your large chopper. So there's lots of chopper action here. There you go. There's one. And we'll cut to the end of the battle because, you know, you can all fight like Billy-O. So essential number 1 is the sword. You can't complete getting the corrupted eggs without the sword because it enables you to sword fly over. Okay, so we're going to give you a rough idea now of where to go. An exact idea, actually. We're going to stand in the center, looking at the central gazebo. You can see the two platforms on the left and the right. So this is where you want to orientate yourself. Then walk up into the center, and shortly after you pick up Toland, you should see the other portal, the escape portal, appear. There we go. So from this point, we're going to turn right, and we're going to start jumping from the gazebo on the right to go and get the first corrupted egg. Now, be aware as well, when you're jumping over, some of these platforms do disappear, so be aware of that. So we're jumping onto this first one, which I believe does disappear. There it goes. Onto the second one, which doesn't. And then we want to turn right, so you can look over onto this grassy asteroid floating there. And then after this grassy asteroid, we're going to be jumping over onto a large circular platform. Now we're going to sword fly over to get the first egg. So you want to turn slightly to your right and keep an eye out in the background for when the lightning flashes, you'll see like a mountain. There we go, I'm just slightly turning towards it now. That's the mountain that we need to sword fly over to. So put your crosshairs on the mountain once you see it. Back off a little bit, give yourself a bit of a running jump, slightly adjust it. There you go, you can still see it there. Then take a run for it and start your sword flying. So get to the edge, jump up to the peak of a jump, and then quickly tap light attack as fast as you can. So that's R1 on the PlayStation, or whatever your device is. Okay, we've landed on the mountain. Now we're going to take this little ridge here, I suppose you could say, and then we're going to jump up onto the ridge that's directly above us, like so. Come on, get your guardian shooty things on. There we go. Once we land on this one, we're going to turn around 180 degrees, and we're going to make our way around the back of the mountain. It's quite easy. There's a little, see it there? We jump down onto that ledge, and then we're going to jump over onto this ledge. I've got my lion rampants on you, which help for directional control, which is very helpful directional control for this particular Ascendant challenge. And there we go, here we are. This is the first egg, so you can stand here with your wish ender and shoot it until it explodes. Right, to get back, you can either go the same way, which is a bit tricky, but the best way I find to do is just point your way directly at the Athenian sort of marble archy type thing that we came from, the central platform there. I've leaped up a bit higher to give myself a bit more of a chance to get over there. And then just jump and away and make your way over back to the central gazebo. So there we go, all the way over. You can see it's pretty easy to do. I'm just bashing R1 all the time. Whether or not this is going to be still in the game come the next sandbox update for the next season, because they're doing massive changes to swords. Anyway, we're back in the center again. Now we're going to go there, and this time we're turning slightly left, and we're going to jump up onto the top of the gazebo roof that you can see here. So, but to do that, it's quite difficult to get from here to there. So you want to jump up onto this little lip, and then jump from the lip over onto the gazebo roof. Now what I'm going to do first of all, this second egg is very difficult to shoot, or a lot of people were having problems shooting it. Now you can see it here, there it is, that's the egg there, that tiny little sliver of light. Now I'm going to actually sword fly over there, which of course you can do too to get the egg, but I'm going to show you why it's difficult to get. So I jump up onto the main platform roof to give me a bit of height, and then we'll spin around and we'll sword fly over to it. Now the reason why it's difficult to hit is because the egg is in a V-shaped bit of rock, and the egg is kind of behind the rock within the V, so it's protected. So people are destroying it with splash damage, really, rather than with direct hits. That's what I think's happening. So I'm just going to see where it is. There's the gazebo I was standing on, you can see, and there's the mountain reflection, using that old trick again. And here we go. Just trust your luck. It's like the end of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Leap of faith. Okay, here we go. You'll see that it's not too far once you get going, and you might have poo your pants a few times, but don't worry about it, you've got jet boots on. There we go. And you can see, now there's the little light that you can see, and there's the egg tucked down in the back. And that is why it's so hard to hit, because it's actually protected by the rocks. You can see what I mean. So really, you want to try and get at it from either of the gazebo roofs. So what I'll do is I'll sword... what do you call it? Sword fly. Yes, sword fly back over, and then you can hit it from, well, it might actually be this roof that I did decide to choose from, but maybe the other gazebo roof would give you a better angle to hit it from. So it's, you can see I do actually hit it from here because I changed to bow, but that could be splash damage doing it. So if you're not getting the luck from this particular point and you can't sword fly over, go onto the other gazebo roof to get yourself a different angle in order to hit the egg. Right, that's quite a long explanation for getting that egg, but I think it deserves it because it's quite difficult to hit. And finally, we're going to go down to the law bones. So, from the middle gazebo that we were standing on, I've jumped back down onto the floor here. Now, all you really need to do to find the law is look around the side of the circular platform in the centre, and there's a really spiky rock. And on top of that spiky rock, you can just see it here now if I stand out on the edge. The spiky rock just down to the side there, you'll see it when the light flashes. That is where the law bones are going to be. There we go, my reticle's just on the log itself. On the log? On the spike itself. So you can just jump directly down. And when you do jump directly down, you're going to find an Ascendant platform materialise underneath you just as you stand on the pointy bit. There she blows. Now this trail of Ascendant platforms is another way down. So I'm just going to go back up now so you can see where the Ascendant platforms appear from. It's a bit of a fiddle, to be honest, which is why jumping directly down on it is the best thing to do, and doing the law bones last is the best thing to do, because you can just kill yourself and to get out of it. Of course, if you haven't collected your Ascendant treasure at the end, do that first before you pick the law bones up. And that's it. I hope that's given us a really expansive, explanation of where the bloody hell these corrupted eggs are and why they're so difficult to hit. And if you did find this video helpful, a subscribe would be really, really appreciated, and a like on the video, and even more would be a lovely comment, I suppose, on the nature of what else could I make videos on in Destiny 2? I'm still thinking of doing this, of deleting my Warlock and starting it from the beginning using New Light to see why people find it so confusing, and giving lots of little hints and tips about playing Destiny from the off, because I've been playing it since Destiny 1. So, you know, I've lived in this universe for bloody ages. Anyway, like I said, that's it from me, Guardians. Up there for thinking, down there for dancing. Look at me spinning, aren't I beautiful? Goodbye. Time Sausages Gaming Channel.